Hey, I'm Marie, and today I'm checking out the fretwraps string damper to see if it's any good whilst reviewing the Ibanez 7-string Iron Label series guitars. I've gone for the large as I'm playing on a 7-string today, so I'm going to get this out the case, put it on the guitar, have a shred, and then afterwards I'm going to review the specs, the pros, cons, and what I think of the guitar. Okay, so that is the shred done, so let's have a look at it. Now, the fret wraps was amazing. Getting those sweeps to the slides was so much easier without those horrible background noise. It actually took me some time to learn with the slides to actually lift the hand, because I'm used to trying mute with the sweep. So trying to actually lift the hand to do it, so I didn't get the scratchy noise of my hands on the strings. So yeah, really impressed with that. Like I say, the large is good for 7 strings and 5-string basses, etc. So if you're using a standard 6-string, you might need to go for a medium, I think is the size. Yes, you might need to go for a medium instead. Okay, so that's all I'm going to review on the fret wrap. Let's get onto the guitar. So the Ibanez Iron Label 7-string. So whilst I could call it an Iron Label, they do have a few in the series, so let's give it its real name. However, I'm going to read this. The RGIX27FEQM with transparent grey finish. Gorgeous. So, specifications. We have a solid body basswood. We've got this quilted maple top and this gorgeous black and mother of pearl crossover binding that just looks absolutely amazing. The neck is Ibanez's Wizard. It's the Nitro Wizard 7 neck, which actually means it's uber thin. Actually slightly wider at the thicker strings than it is at the thinner strings. So you've got a thicker at the base, thinner for the leads. So 3-piece maple and babinga neck, so you get this nice stripe down the middle, which I've always thought was gorgeous. It's a 25.5-inch scale length with an ebony fretboard and really chunky frets. I actually bought this second hand and I was told that he had done a bit of work with it. The frets do need some work, but we'll come over that in the pros and cons. So the neck's got 24 frets, but we've got no inlays, and I didn't realise that was an issue until I let a few of my students have a go that aren't as experienced with playing yet, and they were really looking for those inlays to help them. So I definitely would suggest this isn't the best of guitars for your first 7-string. On the body, the hardware, we've got active EMG707 humbuckers, which are just amazing. We've got a 3-way selector switch, got our volume control, and a kill switch. So luckily with the active, you can keep it plugged in and just flick the kill switch so you don't drain the battery. Really helpful to have. Okay, so I think that completes the specifications. So, pros. The pros of this, obviously, it's a beautiful finish. It's hard to get it without the light bouncing off into the camera, but this quilted maple top, mother of pearl binding, the gold hardware, gold tuners as well. I think it just looks amazing. Again, the ultra thin neck means I can play amazingly fast. I've always thought Ibanez did an amazing job with their necks. Always ultra thin, you can play super fast, nothing seems to get in the way. The pickups sound meaty, the bridge isn't too chunky. It is a solid bridge, so if you want to be able to get that sort of tremolo and squeals and things, you're not really going to get them, apart from a bit of a bend with a pinch harmonic perhaps. So that's maybe not a pro for some people, but actually I wanted an easy to tune guitar. So yeah, solid bridge was a pro for me right now on this 7-string. Again, we've got this cutout to the bolt-on section, so we can really reach up into those higher frets with real hand comfort. We've got the cutaway there for the armrest, the cutaway at the back for the chest, so it's really comfy. For 7-string, it's pretty lightweight as well. Okay, so cons. One could be, if you wanted to call it one, they're active pickups, so if you forget to hit the kill switch and you leave it plugged in, you're going to kill the battery and you're going to have to put the effort in to replace batteries. However, as another pro, the active pickups have a really easy to access battery pack. Which is great. I've had some active guitars where you have to literally unscrew things to change the battery. Okay, so there's 2 actual cons with this guitar if you don't count the active pickups or the solid bridge as a con. Depends on what you're after. I think they're just specs, but we haven't got lock-in tuners, which on a guitar that looks this good and does everything else so well, I would like these to have been locking to help keep the tuning. They do keep the tuning pretty well, but I would like to upgrade those to lock-in tuners at some point. The other con is these frets. The edges here are really steep. Like, I can really feel them doing that. I mean, it's not as bad as some guitars, but it's there, and they're really high frets. I'm thinking about getting my fretting kit and actually filing them down a bit, make them a bit lower and a bit smoother. There's a lot of weight to the frets, let's put it that way. Okay, so my personal thoughts on the guitar is, well, I bought it. I'm really happy with it. I think it's amazing. This is probably my favourite guitar out of my selection, and it's by far not the most expensive. For the specs you get, the price of this guitar is amazingly cheap. I'm well happy. And as always, there will be a link to the guitar below. So as always, I write the track to try and sound good and enjoy it. I don't try and flick through every different setting. Almost everything you heard there was through the bridge pickup, although in some of the clean backing track section at the beginning, I did use some of the neck pickup as well. So if you're new to this channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button if you enjoyed this. I do bring out a new video every single week reviewing, and then another one that's the backing track released for you to shred over how you wish with your own guitars. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and hit that bell to get notifications when the next thing comes out. I'd love to know your comments, what things you think I could do better in this video, what things you enjoyed, so please leave those below. I also do some behind the scenes footage, so if you'd like to see that video actually released, please comment below letting me know, because I don't want to just spam rubbish behind the scenes footage if people don't want to see it. So, as always, the backing track will come out as a separate video. The track that I've just shredded on will be available on all standard downloading and streaming sites for music. So all of the links to that will be below. I do some crazy photo shoots with these guitars before I do the videos. So if you haven't already, go check out my Instagram. The link again is below. It's Rory Shreds everywhere basically. So check that out. There are some gorgeous pictures of all the guitars that you'll see in my videos. So if you'd like to support me more, I do have a Patreon site that you can go on and donate, which will go towards cameras and lights and all sorts. Again, links for that are in the description, along with all the equipment that I've used. The Guitar Ninja merch, this is a brand that I run and a teaching business in England where I specialise in teaching these advanced techniques that other people can shred just like I do. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, please give it that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, smack the bell to get the notifications, sweep down to those comments and let me know what you thought. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!